Hi everybody and welcome to the Mental Toughness and Body Show. My name is Rob Evans and I'm your weight loss coach, health strategist and internationally published author, helping take your life, your business, your health and fitness and body from where you are right now to being unstoppable. And today we continue on our journey to transforming you, and you need to make sure that you've listened to the last 4 days, the start of the year, trying to get you to look at your health and fitness in a completely different way. And if you're wondering up to this moment that we haven't talked about exercise, we haven't talked about food, it's because we need to lay the foundation for achieving greatness. If you don't know exactly what it is that you're aiming for, you're never going to achieve it. Go back, listen to the other 4 days, do the homework. If you are serious about getting change for your health, your fitness, your body this year. If you're not, don't listen. But if you're serious about it, then do the things that I say, because these are foundational to you achieving what it is that you absolutely must have this year. Now today, the rubber starts to hit the road a little bit because we're starting to dig into your eating. I want to get you to do a self-examination of the food that you are eating, because you are what you eat. You've heard that saying before. What you put into your body will be a direct correlation with what you're looking at in the mirror, the energy that you're feeling, the health that you are receiving, whether you've got some type of disease, whether it would be diabetes, high cholesterol, heart disease, cancers. All of those things have a predisposition to an unhealthy lifestyle, whether that is the lack of exercise, whether that be strength training, cardio training. A lot of the health problems that we have in the world today have nothing to do with the exercise, but everything to do with the food. So many cancers are created because of the foods that we eat or don't eat. So what we need to do is get you to do a self-examination of what it is that you do. Because over this coming next few days, we're going to be talking about the specifics of the foods that I want you to eat, the frequency, the quantity, the volumes of the food that you're going to be eating, and why we need to eat them in the ways that we do so that you can get a completely different outcome for your health. Now, this doesn't have to be about weight loss, it doesn't have to be about weight gain, but it absolutely is about improving your health. Now, I guarantee you that everybody listening to this right now could improve their health. I mean, I'm talking to you about this, and I know that I can still improve my health. Every day I think, what can I do to improve on yesterday? And even as I stand here today talking to you, I can tell you that even based on what I did yesterday, even though it was a great day in terms of my food and my water intake and everything, there are still ways that I can look at yesterday and say, actually, I could have tightened up on this timing. I could have got this food in here. I could have eaten less of that and eaten more of this. There's always a way to improve if you want to. It's about improving anything in your life. If you're concentrating, focused on always looking for that top 1% of improvement, then you're always going to be looking for that edge. So here's the task that I want you to do today. You need to write this down. What I want you to do is think about 6 meals a day: breakfast, lunch, dinner, 3 snacks, morning tea, afternoon tea, evening snack. So you go breakfast, morning tea, snack, lunch, afternoon tea, snack, dinner, evening snack. Okay, that's how you get your 6. So I want you to write that down on a piece of paper or on your computer, your phone, whatever. And then next to it, I want you to write down for the next 24 hours what it is that you are eating, okay? And be as specific as possible, okay? And with the portion sizes as well. So if you can use like cupfuls, you can use maybe the size of your hand or your fist if it comes to high energy food, protein, etc. And I also want you to make a note of the time that you're eating. Do this for the next 24 hours. If you want to get it a better insight into how you're currently living, do it over the next 7 days. Write down everything that you're eating, the times that you're eating, all through the day. And you need to be honest with yourself, because no one else is going to see this unless you want to share it with me. But it's about you. It's about what you're putting in your body. I mean, you can tell somebody that, oh yes, I have a completely healthy lifestyle. I eat, 20 cups of vegetables a day and I'm eating this much protein, I work out and do all that. But if you're eating a lot of fast food and you're not doing that at all, then all you're doing is trying to impress your mates. This is about improving you, your inner health, what no one sees. So that's really important. I also want you to note down how much water you're drinking too. So how much water you're drinking, I want you to write down how many cups of tea or coffee that you're drinking, how many things like sugary drinks, whether they be soda, soft drink, fruit juices, alcohol. I want you to also note down, did you exercise? If so, how long, what did you do? And how much sleep that you got as well over the last 24 hours. Now, this is really, really important. If you, let me go back. Most people tend to overstate the good foods that they eat, understate the bad foods that they eat, overstate the exercise that they do. So they overstate the good stuff and understate the real stuff, or maybe what is not as good. I want you to be completely honest, and this is where we really get to pull apart what it is that you're eating. Now, whether you're doing this for a day, a couple of days, or a week, I then want you to do this, keeping in mind that I want to get you to eating 6 meals a day. Now, that's not 6 fully prepared meals. We're talking about snacks might be a piece of fruit or a little tub of yogurt or something like that. But right now it's about capturing everything that you've done. Now then, once you've done that, I want you to consider this. Let's think about diets. I don't do a diet for anyone, and diets don't work. They just don't work. They might give you a result for a period of time, but I say they don't work because they're not life sustainable. So my definition of success about nutrition is creating life-sustaining meal plans. And that's going to include healthy, nutritious food with a balanced level of things like fiber, your protein, good fats, your low energy and high energy carbohydrates. So things like your low energy carbohydrates, say plant-based food. Think anything that is not a potato. It's pretty much low energy. In the fruit, anything that's not a banana is pretty much low energy. Banana's a high energy one. Your rice, pasta, breads, grains, all that kind of stuff, potatoes, they're all high energy. The other thing that I want you to ask yourself, if you're thinking, I need to go on a diet, I get people to ask themselves 2 questions. First one, could you follow this for the rest of your life? And if you think about some diets that have been bandied around in the past, like just having all fruit or having all soup or all blended meals and things like that, or even things like, I won't name particular diets, but ones that are high in fats, very high in protein, little to no carbohydrates, diets that specifically exclude nutritious foods. They're the ones that I would say they sound a bit weird. Do they make sense? That's the other question to ask yourself. Do these diets make sense to you? And I would say if they're excluding food groups or certain foods that you don't really understand why you can't eat, bananas, or you can't eat, certain healthy foods, then I would ask the question, why is that? Because there's no reason, unless you have some sort of allergy or something to a particular food, why you can't have any of the foods. It just comes down to the quantity and perhaps the timing of when it is that you're consuming those foods. So I think ask yourself those questions, and any diet that I've ever come across, they fail those 2 questions for me. Once you've gone through and you've got either your 1 day or a number of days, it's then time to analyze what it is that you've been doing. Now, some things might be obvious to you. For instance, if you've had a week where you've gone out or you've had 3 or 3, lots of takeaway. Maybe you buy your lunch every day and you're choosing poorer choices. You're getting chips or things that you know aren't really serving you well. When it comes to your evening meals, maybe you're getting pizza, maybe you're getting some takeaway Chinese, some obvious things that you think, oh, well, yeah, they're not really great choices for me, and you're aware of that. But you also don't know what you don't know. So I want you to ask yourself these questions. Are you skipping meals? And the answer to that is going to be yes if you're not getting your 6 meals in, because it's just a straight black and white question. You're either getting 6 meals in or you're not. Are you eating your snacks? And okay, if you're getting your 6 meals in, then chances are you are getting your snacks, but maybe you're just skipping all your snacks, or maybe you're skipping some snacks. Most women that I come across, especially busy women, can tend to only eat 2 or 3 times a day, which sounds weird, I know, but when you actually write down every piece of food that you're eating through the day and you analyse it in a bit of detail, you can start to see that, wow, actually, I'm not actually eating a big volume of food, or I'm not eating a nutritious rainbow of food throughout my day. Am I eating healthy and nutritious snacks? So you might say, yeah, I'm eating snacks, but you're snacking on, say, chocolate or candy, that kind of stuff, cakes, cookies, that sort of thing. Are my food portions appropriate for your health and fitness goals? Now, a lot of people come to and say, yeah, look, I have problems with portion control. I'm eating too much at dinner time because I haven't been snacking through the day. And when I get to dinner time, I'm really hungry, so I'll have, a portion and a half, or, eat way too much pasta or rice or whatever. So this is based on the knowledge that you have at the moment. I understand that you're not me, and you might say, yeah, I think my portion sizes are fine. Or you might say, no, they're way too big. And I'd look at it and say, yeah, I agree. Or I'd say, no, actually, that seems all right. Well, we need to just change some portions of, increase the plant-based food, reduce the protein, reduce the high-energy food. I want you to ask you a question about water. Ask yourself, are you drinking enough water? And I say, look, as a minimum, I say, are you drinking 1.5 litres of water a day? Or are you doing more? Are you drinking too much coffee? Do you think you're drinking too much coffee or tea or alcohol or sugary drinks, flavoured milks, fruit juices, any of that kind of stuff? Do you think you're eating enough fruit and vegetables? So in Australia, it's normally a couple of pieces of fruit a day and 5 to 7 serves of vegetables, which is about a serve is about a cupful of vegetables, something like that. So are you eating that much in plant-based food? Now, I can tell you that, look, don't quote me, I don't know the exact number, but it's high. There's something like 70 to 80% of adults do not get in sufficient plant-based food. They're not getting the recommended daily intakes of plant-based food. Me, I greatly exceed it. But again, keep in mind that these recommendations are based on just the average health of a person that is fairly sedentary. And that's not many. It's not many, but so many people get even less than the daily intake because they're eating mainly processed food, surviving off high energy food, carbohydrates, breads, pastas, rices, that kind of stuff, and fat and any additives. Are you overindulging in things like your fast food, your takeaway, like I mentioned before? Are you having too much of that? Am I prepared for the meals that you're eating, or are they always a last minute thing? So for instance, if you're buying your lunch every day because you're not taking the time to prepare it, or you think, oh man, I don't have time to do this, I've got to grab something on the run, then that's something that's really important for us to know as well, because all of these things are habitual. And because you're doing what you're doing right now, you're getting the result that you're getting. And if you do want a completely different result from what you're getting, guess what? That's going to require some different behaviours. That's going to require some changes in probably the exercise that you're doing. It's going to require some changes in your mindset. It's going to require some changes to your food and probably things like water as well. It's going to require some modification of your current behaviours. And I know that you're listening to this and you're a top 1%er in what it is that you do. So you're going to appreciate the fact that in order to achieve a change, you need to do something different. The question is, are you prepared to make some changes to get a different outcome? Now, firstly, most people kind of have resistance to this and they say, oh, well, no, not really, because they make up a story to themselves that it's going to be too hard. I normally ask people, how committed are you on a scale of 1 to 10 in making the change? Now, I asked you this question a few days ago. What is your commitment level? If you're a 10 out of 10, and you should be for your health and fitness, then you'll do the things that I'm saying, because I guarantee you they're going to give you a better, different outcome to what it is that you're doing there. No matter where you are in your health, you're going to get a better outcome. You're going to feel better. So you've got to stand up for yourself and say, yes, I'm prepared to change. I'm prepared to do these things to get a different outcome. And that, to me, is exciting. You can't keep doing the same things and expect a different outcome. So yeah, you may have been eating this way for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. It's time to make a change. If you're not happy with the result that you've been getting, let's do it differently this year. Even if it's just to try it out and see what are the benefits that you're going to feel in your body. I would say do it for 30 days and just notice the change that you feel through your body, your energy, your focus, your productivity, how your body starts to change. To me, that's exciting, because you've only got one shot at life. You've only got one body. And if you really stuff up your health, I mean, you can stuff up your business and you can go bankrupt and you can start a new business. But if you stuff up your body and you really mess it up, then you die. You get diseases, you die. So we can't afford to mess it up. And yeah, you can abuse your body for probably 20 or 30 years before these signs really start to show up in your body in ways that you don't like. But let's not wait that long. Let's make sure we get it right now. So go away and do this exercise, whether you track the next 24 hours, the next 48 hours, 72 hours, a week. The more data you have, the better decisions you'll be able to make, the better assessment you'll be able to make. So I guarantee you, even if you say, oh, you know, it's Christmas, over the course of a week, we're probably seeing a pretty regular pattern as to how you're living your life, from week to week. Maybe you've got a lot of structure, maybe there's not much structure at all. Some weeks are good, some weeks are bad. We want to get all weeks good so that we can get a better outcome. So do this exercise. If you need more information from me at this point, go to the mentaltoughnessandbodyshow.com, opt in for a free consultation, and let's connect. Let's have a conversation. Let's get you a better result for your health and fitness for 2021. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I'll see you then.